Okay, let's try that again. Sorry about that, guys. Wi-Fi. We'll be back to normal tomorrow. Okay. I got the super chats from the last live stream, so apologies to anybody who didn't get an answer there, but I will answer everything else here and finish up strong, hopefully. So we got a comment from We Here, We Back. Yes, thank you, Jim Perron. Jean-Baptiste Perron. Keith Kilpatrick, super chat comment. Long-time viewer, first-time commenter. I'm sorry I couldn't answer your question on the other live stream. Hopefully you hear it on this. Appreciate your work, Macri. Thank you, even though it's not my best night. Ugly game, but I'll take the W. Randall not being able to take its advantage of being guarded one-on-one by Gordon is worrisome, but what are you going to do? Yeah, I think I was leaving off saying that I think Randall's struggling right now, and he's in not a great place, and he's just not making shots. I am not going to blame him necessarily for how he's playing, for trying to figure out his way. It is worrisome, though, and I think among the takes that'll come out of the Knicks' first 16 games that I don't think are out of bounds are the take that, they have $120 million essentially wrapped up in this guy for the next 4 years. It's not unfair to worry because it's a struggle right now. And so much of what he was able to accomplish last season was based on his ability to just hit tough shots. And he's not hitting tough shots right now. And that's not ideal. And hopefully he can hit tough shots once more. Boston Nick, my main man. Boston, what's going on? How do we become a team solely to live and die by the three? We used to hang our hat on defense when nothing was working, at least crash the boards after. Yeah, I think, again, that's kind of what I said earlier to start the last live stream, which is that they were able to focus purely on defense last year and then just making shots. And this year they're trying to do some other stuff. I don't think it's a bad thing that they take a ton of threes. I think it's a good thing. I think it's good to try to modernize your offense. I think there are times where the threes they take are better than others. I love the threes that they take when it's a Randall, whether it's Randall Burks, Randall Fournier, Randall Kemba, Randall Quickly. Really, Randall and all four of those guys, two-man games on the perimeter where Randall's setting screens. You might get the ball. You might pass back out, where it's like the guy who's firing away the three is moving. He's jiving. He's this, that, and the other thing. Like, those feel like good threes. Quickly pull-up threes feel like good threes. Rose threes, even though he's been a little bit off recently, like Rose spot-up threes, I think feel like good threes. Any corner threes feel like good threes. Like, there's a lot of threes that this team takes that I still think feel like good threes, but there are some threes that they take that you don't love. So maybe it has gone a little bit too far in the direction. That's fair. LDS, 5 p.m. tip-off, weird drinking schedule, first super chat contribution. Thank you, LDS. Lots of criticism of this roster, but Burks was a steal, 100%. Saved our ass. Yeah, he did a lot last season, so this isn't a first-time thing. Max Cyril. Unlike most teams, we go 10-plus deep, and everyone is interchangeable as the season goes along. Injury will take its toll on others. Knicks will benefit like last year. I mean, look, I think despite the fact that they've looked like a team that can't get out of their own way recently, I do think the depth will be enough to get them at least to the play-in game. Yes, the East is very hard. But, they need to figure out these systemic issues, and they are systemic issues. I didn't say this explicitly, but I'll say it now. Anyone who was like, don't worry, it's early, this, that, and the other thing, I think there's some, like, it's a little bit deeper than that at this point, and I am worried that they're going to get to the point where we think that they can get. As my daughter plays hide and seek here. Harry, what's going on, Harry? Harry Donut. Always like when you comment. My issue is some of the criticism. When it's Atlanta, Boston, Bucks, etc., playing like crap, they'll be fine. But when it's the Knicks, there's something really wrong. It's a great comment. That's why I love you, Harry. When you have something to say, it's meaningful. I think the difference is that the Knicks don't have that elite player. Unless you want to say that Randall is that elite player. But then again, there are teams out there that have that elite player and they can't get out of their own way. And they suck. And they continue to suck. And the elite player doesn't necessarily help things. I do think in some ways that a Tibbs coach team and a team with, I do think, a real culture. And I'm going to stand by that, what I've been saying for a while. I think the culture is real. Maybe in some ways that's more important than the elite player. And the depth, to go back to the previous comment by Max. I don't know. But I do think your criticism of the criticism is very fair. It is very fair. So, yeah. Good comment, as always. When you comment, you make it count. Okay. Cough, cough, Trailblazers. Good comment. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of players. It's a lot of teams that get the benefit of the doubt where the Knicks don't. I'm trying to think if I have any closing thoughts. Again, apologies, everybody, tonight for the confusion with the Wi-Fi issues before. You want to come say hi? No? So you watched the game tonight, right? What did you think? Are you happy with the game? You weren't happy? Why not? The Knicks won. Daddy was jumping around, right? What?
I want the Knicks to win.
You want the Knicks to win? I also, here, let's tilt down so we can see you a little bit more. So Daddy's left. Oh, goodness gracious. So you want the Knicks to win. The Knicks won tonight, right? So that's a good thing. Do you think the Knicks are going to win tomorrow? You don't think the Knicks are going to win tomorrow? Why? I just don't think you know what you're saying right now. Here, hold on. We'll get a couple more questions in before we let you go. Do you think Emmanuel Quickly should be starting? No? So you think he's better off the bench? Okay. Do you like his spark that he provides off the bench? Yeah? Okay. That's fair. I do too. You think Julius Randle's going to be okay? You do think Julius Randle's going to be okay. Okay, that's good. Do you think RJ is going to be all right? Is RJ the Knicks' best trade asset? Okay. We're on the same page. Tibbs. Do you think Tibbs has lost the team, or do you think Tibbs is going to be the coach and he's going to still inspire them for the rest of the season? Still inspire them for the rest of the season. I love it. Yes, I agree. That the culture runs deep. Last thing before I let you go. What has been your favorite thing about this Knicks season so far? Is it Daddy jumping around? It's Daddy jumping around. Okay. Well, that's good. All right.
Stay.
What, you want to stay? Okay, cool.
Ask more questions.
You want to answer more questions?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hire her Dolan. Hold on, I think we actually have we have a couple more we have another comment from the other chat. This one from Junk Heart Athens. Cheers from Greece. Cheers to Greece. Lots of Knicks fans here. Keep up the good work. In Seinfeld voice, Alec Burks for mayor. Let's go to Knicks. I like it. All right, we have some Knick on the podium. I'm going to go back to whoever's talking right now. It's Evan Fournier, and then we'll get out of here.
Honestly, we're trying to just have movement, just move the ball from one side to the other. It happens that Jules, he has the ball, because he gets so many rebounds, or he's always on top of the key. So he's the one that really passes the ball from one side to the other. And it's just my corner. I'm pretty much always there. RJ is on the other corner, so he can get to his left hand. And we're just trying to get to different actions. And, we have to read the situation. Sometimes they're going to go under. Sometimes they're going to be up, and, the pocket pass going to be open. Sometimes they're going to blitz me. Jules going to be open. So it's kind of reading.
I kind of agree with JD here. I'm not sure we need to hear from Fournier. Okay, lots of positive comments about Mini Mac over there. Scarlett Ray, shout out to her. I'm going to take a couple more comments from the regular chat, just because you guys have been awesome tonight. Apologies again for the technical difficulties. Karim Asur, we need a podcast with her, Andrew. I'm not sure if Scarlett Ray is ready for a podcast, although she does apparently, I'm told, put on my headphones and say, let's go, Nick, or hey there, Knicks fans, when she's bored and has nothing to do. So that's great. Fournier throwing shade on the low. Yeah, a little bit. But listen, I'm cool. I like Fournier. I still am a fan of that signing. I'm still a fan of the player. And there was never a Fournier guy either, but I like him. Scarlett Ray on the Knicks, a Blue Wire exclusive. Yes. Let's end here. I would not be shocked by anything that happened with this team tomorrow, moving forward. Trades, lineups, anything. Guys blowing up, guys taking a step back. This team remains the most unpredictable, nonsensical, illogical team that I think I've watched as a Knicks fan thus far. In some ways, it makes perfect sense because it's a lot of new guys. But in other ways, it's just weird. I can't put it together. And I'm still hopeful, though. I have not given up hope yet. So we'll see. Hold on, a couple questions here. Forgot NYC. Do you think the Knicks win a championship within 100 years? Within 100 years? Yes, and I'll probably die in year 99. Jason M. I said in the super chat in the last chat, the difference between Mitch and Noel is that Mitch goes through the motions while Noel knows defense is how he feeds his family and keeps the lights on. I think, that's not an unfair comment. It does appear at times like Mitch is he's not constantly engaged. But again, you don't know, is that because he's been a little banged up? Because the first handful of games of the season, I thought he was really engaged. But that's really fair. That's really fair. You want more consistency from Mitch. If Mitch had Noel's motor, I think we'd be having a different conversation. I think we'd be talking about a guy who the Knicks already extended. Dominic Milford. I think we often forget about the fact that these guys have lives outside the game, major changes in Julius Randle's life with a new contract. And we know he spends a lot of time with Caden too. Yeah, I mean, real life stuff. He did just have a kid. We'll see. We got a lot of turtles in the super chat. I see Dominic Milford's comments about Randle's newborn. You never know how it affects you. I know I was a walking zombie when my wife had both my kids, and I don't know how people do it and then lead normal lives as a professional athlete. So it's very fair. I think that is it. Shout out to the Camel. We did miss Taj today. I think we're gonna close up shop. Don't forget. Thanks for. I'm reading Andrew's comment. Thanks for tuning in. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Back again tomorrow night after the Bulls game. KFS Pod with Jeremy will run Tuesday morning this week. Tuesday morning. No pod on Monday other than the post-game live stream in pod form. So Jeremy and me will be at you on Tuesday, and then pretty sure we got a special surprise for you coming on Friday of this week, featuring a very special guest, someone I haven't talked to in a year or two, but excited to chat with him ahead of the Brooklyn game, and I will just leave it at that. All right, everybody, enjoy your Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow night. Peace out.